But how I really got into the fitness industry was I had a major health issue. I was diagnosed with degenerative disc 4 and 5 in the early 2000s. Sometimes I couldn't even walk. I had to crawl. I'd go to the doctor 6, 7 times a year for shots. That's the only way I could get relief. I mean, it was just really terrible. I was in my early 40s. Kind of seemed hopeless that, there's no way that that's going to get any better. But then some people don't believe God speaks, but I do believe that He does. And I was in a church service in 2004, and I felt impressed and called to change my health. I was called to the ministry in 1994. And so the next week I joined a wellness center. I was there at 5:30 every morning. I went from a 3 snooze person to a 5:30 a.m. waiting for the doors to open guy. And I started walking on a treadmill in pain. And the next day I walked on it in pain. And the next day I walked on it in pain. And the reason why I say that is because it didn't immediately get better. It took years, but little by little I started getting better and better, started stretching, started finding out more about exercise and things like that. And then we stopped at that wellness center and we moved to an Anytime Fitness. It was a 1.5 miles from my house. People that are in corporate world would understand that time is important in the mornings. We were able to shave off 10 minutes each way. That's how we found out about Anytime Fitness. I did a lot of work just to kind of see whether or not it was even an option for us. And we took the equity of our home. We were kind of all in. And we bought into the franchise, and here we are all these years later. What this has done is it's just revitalized the call of my life. It's revitalized my health. And it's allowed us financially to be able to sow into other ministries or other organizations that actually help people. It's also enabled us to travel. We've been to many different countries, Nicaragua, Brazil many times. We've been to Cuba, Italy, went to Pakistan and ministered over there. So I think it's given us a platform or an avenue to be able to, freedom to be able to do what we really feel that we're called to do. We wanted to create the environment to where we would greet all of our members, we would know them by name, and really that our locations would have a presence about them. And we've had people comment, and hopefully, all people that come in here sense this, but that when they come in here, they feel that there's something different about our place. I mean, all the equipment is the same in many different gyms, but our hope and our goal is that when people come here, that they feel something different. And I think the other part is that I was intimidated when I first started. Even though I was a Marine for over 12 years, I didn't know anything about how you do things in the gym. We did all sorts of stuff outside. So I think, is to provide that safe haven to where there's not an intimidating environment, where people can come here, feel comfortable, and they can accomplish their goals and move into the lifestyle, that I think that they were created to have. So for me, it's more than a business. This is my lifestyle. I mean, this has become a part of me. I exercise regularly. I eat right. I mean, I'm doing these things. I mean, I'm coming up on 58 years old tomorrow, actually. So, I mean, I feel great, and I'm getting close to 60. So I think that part motivates me. And then the other part is that we feel like that every member here that, as they join, obviously there's a monthly fee for them joining. And all that goes to, they become a part of us being able to do what we're able to do, which I mentioned before, is being able to sow into ministries or into organizations that take care of people when they're down, when they seem to be hopeless, that you can provide hope to them. And finances is a big part of that. Sometimes I think we shy away from those things, but to know that I believe everybody that's here or part of our locations, we believe they're all a part of sowing into those organizations. So I think giving, we really want to raise our giving. We do it every year. That's our goal. We don't look for a minimum. We're looking for how much more can we give and how much more can we give back. This has been a part of restoring a call in my life when I became discouraged, as many people do in their life, and thinking that maybe what I thought was to come to pass wouldn't come to pass because of life circumstances. I mean, it restored my health. I mean, now I'm totally healthy today. I've not been to the doctor in over 8 years. So it's just amazing what's happened there. And it's also provided us a way of wealth or revenue in order for us to be able to give back and do those things before. So I think, we're just grateful for what we're able to do. And again, it goes back to, we really hope that we are sowing into people's lives ourselves by providing a facility that brings something to them, a comfortable environment for them to be able to come and have the same thing that's happened to me, which is no longer do I have to go to the doctor. No longer is my back the way that it used to be. And now my quality of life is completely improved. And I wholeheartedly believe that this is an environment up to where I believe what you sow, you reap. And I believe when you sew in here and you're doing these things, and even with your diet or your nutrition, let's say, I think there's two parts to that. But I think you're increasing your longevity. So I think it's just a great business. And I think it's really about people. And I tell the managers all the time, and the people within our company is that really that we're here to love the person in front of us. And I think that's the key thing, and that's our goal every day.